one, we are all anxiously awaiting for that Woj bomb or that ShamWow, one of those announcements that are breaking news, Kyrie Irving traded to the Lakers, or even breaking news, Kevin Durant traded to the Phoenix Suns, or whatever big trade that we are all sitting here waiting for. The problem is, I don't see a trade happening until the 17th or maybe shortly after. Now, it was reported about a week ago now that any trade would likely not happen till the 17th. And word in Las Vegas was that the trade for Kyrie Irving and Russell Westbrook was done. And many people wonder why the 17th? Like, where did that come from? It sounds like kind of a random number, but it's not very random at all. And this doesn't just go for the Kyrie Irving trade. This goes for any of the trades. Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell is now available. And we're hearing trade rumors like with the Knicks and stuff like that Donovan Mitchell may be going to a team. There was that big blockbuster deal that was put together by Bobby Marks and a couple other people where they talked about, Ben Simmons going to the Jazz, Mitchell going to the Nets, Kyrie going to the Lakers, and then Kevin Durant going to the Suns. And all of that is great and all, and it very well could happen. That very well could be the case. And we've seen this sort of roller coaster ride of information and all these conflicting reports on just everything and how, the Nets are willing to ride it out and all of that stuff. And I think the 17th date, it's not random at all. It's not, it makes a lot of sense. And the reason for this is because Summer League ends July 17th. And now think about this. Any trade isn't official until it's official. And how do you get to make it official? It has to go through the NBA. The NBA looks at it, they approve it, make sure all the numbers work, make sure everything works out, and then you get the okay, and then the announcement comes out, breaking news, all of that stuff. But right now, all of the conversation, everything in regards to sports on ESPN and all that stuff is all about the Las Vegas Summer League. Seeing, Paolo, seeing Chet, Jabari, you name it, your favorite player in Summer League. All of the discussion and conversation is pertained and focused on Summer League. And the NBA wants that. The NBA needs that. They need it for the ad revenue, the money, the TV, everything. The Summer League is very important for the NBA because it's a way to display all of your rising stars, to show all of the new talent that is, changing over and could potentially be the face of the league at some point. And there is a lot of hype around this Summer League specifically. A lot of promising players with a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement, a lot of great games, a lot of, competition, all of that stuff, guys making the roster. And the NBA needs that to continue. As soon as a deal of the level of Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant or even Donovan Mitchell happens, guess what? Nobody cares about Summer League anymore. No one's going to be talking about Summer League anymore. The whole conversation and narrative switches from Summer League and Chet, blocking 6 shots and setting Summer League records, and Paolo now sitting out the rest of the Summer League, but look at his 2 games and all of this stuff. Is he the new star? Is he the face of the league? All of that stuff. All of those conversations completely go away and become irrelevant because Kyrie Irving just got traded to the Lakers, or Kevin Durant just got traded to the Suns, or Donovan Mitchell went to the Knicks or the Heat or wherever you want him to go. They need NBA Summer League to stay in the spotlight and stay prominent, and we're only 3 days away. So the NBA would make a lot of sense to say, hey, that's great that the deal is worked out, because again, word is that Kyrie Irving and the trade to the Lakers has been worked out. And we've seen a lot of signs of that, right? Russell Westbrook completely ignoring LeBron James. Taylor Horton-Tucker didn't look too happy. There was lots of talks about that. Sean Marks and Rob Pelinka are all buddy-buddy all of a sudden. The day that it was rumored and reported that, hey, this deal might be done, guess what? Rob Pelinka looked like a guy that just got a deal done. He's out there kissing babies, signing autographs, high-fiving people, cheering. It looked like somebody that just got what they wanted. And it's looked like the breadcrumbs have been there along the way. Kyrie Irving was at a Sparks game, and he's telling fans, I'll be there real soon, right? All of this. And then you hear the word on the street, and it's like, it's going to happen on the 17th based on what's going on in Summer League. All of the buzz that is generating from Summer League. And you might be thinking well, why wouldn't Woj or anybody else talk about it? That's why. None of them are going to report it because as soon as they report it, it takes away from that. You think that if this deal really is done, you think Woj and Sham and everybody, they don't know about it? Of course they do. But guess what? They're not going to put it out there because then they lose their reputation. They lose everything. But somebody like me or some random guy that was just there and heard it, we can say whatever we want because nobody cares about us. We're not big enough. We're not important. Nobody cares what I have to say. They want to wait for Woj and everything else to give us that big announcement, or Brian Windhorst or whatever. But we have heard them say that the deal is kind of in place. They haven't said it's confirmation. They haven't done the breaking news and all that stuff, but they've kind of given us clues that, hey, this deal is pretty much done. They got it worked out. Both sides know where they stand, right? And they've kind of given us the breadcrumbs, but nobody can report it until the NBA gives the okay, because the NBA wants Summer League to be great. And you might be thinking like, this sounds like some weird conspiracy theory, put on your tinfoil hat, all of that stuff, but it's not. It makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. Could this be completely wrong? Absolutely. Nobody knows for sure. It's just speculation. But I'm somebody that lives in Las Vegas, and I can tell you that day, and I even made a video about it. So it's on record. I'm on record saying like, yes, I am being here in Las Vegas, the word around Vegas is that the deal is done, that this is going to happen, but they're just waiting for the announcement until the 17th or shortly after. I'm not saying it's going to happen exactly on the 17th, but it might happen. It could happen that night after the final game, or it could happen very likely the next morning. Now, if that does happen, then yes, then here it is. I was right. If it doesn't happen, then again, it's just speculation. It's just rumors. It's just words. We don't know. And not just that, but I mean, you could even make the argument from the other side is that like, okay, let's say Woj and them, they did hear that and they do know about that. Like they're not going to report rumors. They're not going to talk about rumors because they only want to drop the big bombs, right? They only want to release the breaking news, the big stuff. They're not going to sit there and go, yeah, like everybody in Vegas is talking about it, so let's report it. No, you're going to wait. They're going to wait until they get the okay and they hear it from the league and the league says, yes, this is done. This is going to happen. We're making the announcement tomorrow. And then boom, you're going to hear all the bombs and all the news and all that stuff, or the deal will be finalized in an hour. And then you get the information, all of that. I think, and I'm pretty confident, I could be completely wrong. Like I said, again, I'm just some dummy on the internet. I have no inside source. I'm not Woj. I'm nothing like that. But I can tell you the word in Vegas is that the sportsbooks raised the limit price for Kyrie Irving to go to the Lakers again. It dropped down and then it went back up. So that's a good sign. That's a good indication that like, hey, that this information is accurate. And the NBA would be in its best interest to not have something that big be announced. I mean, think about it. Since the Summer League has started, nothing has happened. All that's been is just speculation. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about the Vegas Summer League. We haven't gotten anything of significance since then. Nothing else. The only real news that we got that nobody talked about was Gallinari finally winning, going to the Boston Celtics, right? Which was a deal that was basically talked about and told a week prior. Outside of that, nothing has happened. Why? Because the NBA wants to keep the Summer League in the spotlight. They want to keep that front and center. And as soon as Kyrie Irving goes to the Lakers, that is going to be everything. That is going to be all over the news. That is going to be all anybody talks about. So I imagine in the next, 3 to 5 days roughly, we'll probably get the announcement for Kyrie Irving being traded to the Lakers. Again, it's just a thought. I don't know for sure, but all signs point to that. And it's something that was rumored and speculated for a week now. And it all makes sense. It all really adds up. And we've seen all the breadcrumbs. If you put it all together, I mean, just go watch all of the update videos. I put it all together for you. I'm telling you, it makes a lot of sense. But as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. You heard my thoughts, you heard my opinion, so of course, I want to hear yours. What do you think? Do you think, yes, this makes perfect sense? They want the Summer League to be in the spotlight, so they're not going to make any major blockbuster announcements until after Summer League is over. You got to remember, we have until September for all of this to happen, right? And you might be thinking, last little thing that just kind of popped in my head is I'm sure somebody's going to go, well, then why are all these reports coming out and stuff? Because they still need to talk about other stuff. Like they still need to fill in the gaps. They still need to have a narrative. They still need people to click on videos and, watch ESPN and things like that. I mean, how many times can you talk about Chet, blocking 6 shots? Like, they want the big stuff. That's why you only hear about the big stuff. Well, if you have a bunch of reports and a bunch of speculation and you keep dragging this out and you keep getting the clicks and the views and stuff like that. I mean, that's what they all do. That's what I do. That's what all creators, content creators do, right? Our goal is to get people to watch videos and click on videos and have conversations in the videos. Like anybody that tells you otherwise is full of it, because I would not be a YouTuber if nobody watched my videos. I would not be a YouTuber if I didn't have subscribers, right? All of it. Any YouTuber ever, their job is to get people to watch their videos and click and entertain. ESPN, television, all of that stuff. What is the job? To have you click on that channel and watch and be entertained. So they need to keep the narrative going, and then you get the big announcement once Summer League is over. But anyway, again, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about it? Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. One last little shameless plug is I did start As It Stands Lakers. It is a channel just like this, dedicated to only the Lakers, because the Lakers are my favorite team. And on this channel, As It Stands, I talk about all teams, all sports, stuff like that. We have football season coming up, so I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And I just wanted to make a dedicated channel to the Lakers to give the ins and outs. Now, all the big stuff, all the big news and stuff, I will still post here on this channel. But if you want all the ins and outs and just rumors and theories and just discussions just strictly on the Lakers, link down in the description or in the comment section. Go check out the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.